There's something cringe going on TikTok. So because people are super mad about the ban, they start to sing China's praises so hard. I think their sentiment is that any victim of the stupid US government is their ally. It's not that simple, dude. If a dirty cop beats up a drug dealer, it doesn't make the drug dealer your friend. Do you know how many American social media are banned in China? Just take a wild guess. Yup, all of them. 100%. Not just social media, even some relatively innocent shit like Wikipedia, or Netflix, or Google, or Fortnite. If you believe banning websites is evil and painful, you can't possibly think China is a pleasant place to live in, can you? Or maybe you're just like, I don't care about other websites. My life is complete with TikTok alone. But you should know that even China bans TikTok, okay? There is a Chinese version of TikTok, but the censorship criteria of that version is very different. This video, for example, would be banned on that version. So yeah, you could envy other countries who don't ban the international version of TikTok. But China is not one of them. Let me tell you this. Whatever anguish and frustration you're feeling right now is what Chinese residents have been feeling ever since the beginning of the internet. We saw those foreign websites just disappear one by one. So feel free to denounce the US censorship all you want, but don't be naive enough to think the big brothers on top of Tiananmen are your friends. When I was in China, I lived in this apartment building with hundreds of residents. And one day, all of a sudden, I couldn't access any international websites anymore. So I called up the internet provider. I was like, what's going on? They were like, someone in your building was accessing some banned websites, so we have to cut the international connection. I was like, what the heck? You're punishing the whole building for one criminal asshole? They were like, sorry sir, we don't have the tech to identify exactly which user did it. I was like, god damn, upgrade your system. But when I hang up, I was like, phew. Thank God they couldn't figure it out, because I was that criminal asshole. If they were smart, they should have kicked down my door like right away, because I was probably the only one who cared enough to call. Other stories aren't that lighthearted. There were so many people who disappeared just for posting things online, especially when they try to organize things offline. I never crossed that line, of course, because I was a coward. I still am. I still won't say things that they really hate. Like, I can't even tell you what I'm afraid of, because that information alone can get me shadow banned. You know what's funny? I saw a lot of TikTokers switching to RedNote, another Chinese social media, and they were advising each other to be polite to the original Chinese users. What does it mean? I don't think they were talking about racial slurs or things like that. No, they're self-censoring their political speech before they even start. They're afraid that RedNote may just block the access of American users entirely if things get out of hand. Now they're finally experiencing the kind of fear I've been having almost my whole life. The kind of fear that forced me to give up writing in my native language completely. So the bottom line is, hate your dirty sheriffs however you want, but don't start hanging out with the mafia just to spite them. Not a good idea. After TikTok, if you want to switch to RedNote or Lemonade because you love their algorithm, that's fine. But if you go there just because there are also Chinese apps that the CIA hates, that's crazy. There are enough things for you to watch on YouTube or Instagram or Substack. If you really hate those capitalist hellholes, you can also go to Blue Sky. They don't even have a single ad. That's a pretty big innovation, right? If there's one thing that is not scarce in modern society, that is stuff to watch.